This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Sarasota County ends the new year suing the renovation contractors at Ed Smith Stadium. Both sides reportedly agreed there are some defects, but the question is, who is responsible? ABC7's Ray Collins has the details of this lawsuit. Ray?
Haley, this was a major renovation some 5 years ago, but now some issues are bubbling to the surface. It was a busy time 7 years ago. The Cincinnati Reds were playing their final game in Sarasota before going to Arizona for spring training, and the Baltimore Orioles were moving in next. After the Orioles' first season, contractors worked on a $31 million renovation of Ed Smith Stadium. They upgraded the halls, the walls, the floors, and the overall concourse. And now, several years later, this story moves from the ball field to the courtroom. Sarasota County is suing Gilbane Building Company, reportedly over so-called defective work on concrete flooring and walls in the stadium. Gilbane is represented by Thomas Dart of the Sarasota-based law firm Adams & Reese. ABC7 obtained the defendant's court filing, and in it, they agreed the floor covering installed in the concourse area began to show signs of bubbling and cracking, but Gilbane denies any responsibility. The stadium work and subsequent lawsuit has made national news on the website ballparkdigest.com. We talked to the reporter who wrote the story, and he said lawsuits like these are not entirely uncommon.
You know, they're not everyday occurrences or common occurrences, but they can happen when you get into a major project. So yes, there can be flare-ups between governing bodies and contractors.
So no answer at Gilbane or their attorney, and a county spokesperson says they won't comment on pending litigation. Haley.
All right, thank you, Ray. Memorial services are set for next Thursday for a former Sarasota County commissioner. David Mills passed away last week. Mills was born in Nebraska and moved here in 1983. He served on the commission for 16 years. Mills moved to Sarasota in 1983, where he served for 16 years, as we just mentioned. He was often pro-business and very witty and will be missed by many. He was 78 years old. It's been the busiest year ever for the American Red Cross of Southwest Florida. The organization went to Louisiana to assist flood victims and Tennessee following the deadly fires that left 14 dead and thousands homeless. Overall, they deployed 436 volunteers for both national and local disasters.
Well, we respond to single-family fires on a regular basis, and that's really what we do most here, aside from planning and preparedness and educating the community.
Red Cross volunteers respond to these fires several times a week. Cold weather and winds helped fuel a brush fire in Venice today. The blaze broke out on Rattlesnake Island off Tarpon Center Drive around 1 o'clock. Smoke from the island could be seen for miles. Fire rescue boats and Marine Patrol responded. The island is covered with dry undergrowth and pine needles. Firefighters are still monitoring some hot spots. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Farther south, two separate brush fires in Northport this week. The fires both burned several acres. Today, the National Weather Service has issued a wildfire warning for west, central, and southwestern Florida. That advisory has since been lifted. And now for a check on our forecast, let's head over to John.
Thanks, Haley. We're looking at some pretty nice temperatures in this afternoon, or excuse me, tomorrow afternoon, after a very, very cold night tonight. So there is a warm-up that will take place over the course of the next couple of days. We're looking at a temperature that topped out today at 66 degrees, but believe it or not, that occurred just after the midnight hour. This afternoon, our temperatures really were in the low 60s and never managed to get above that because the cold air draining down from the north just kept things on the chilly side. Now, we did have a little cloud cover around, but the Titan radar shows clear skies overnight. Clear skies right now in terms of any kind of rainfall. Temperatures, though, they continue to drop. Look at the northern temperatures already near the freezing mark in Tallahassee at 33, 34 in Jacksonville, 36 in Gainesville. And as we head into the evening, some of that colder air from the north will continue to drain south. Despite the fact that we have cloud cover around, which would normally keep us a little bit warmer, we'll watch our temperatures drop into the 40s pretty quickly now. We're at 51 Sarasota, 51 Bradenton, 51 Venice, 46 in Mayaca City, already in the 40s in Wauchula and Arcadia, with 45 in Wauchula and 42 in Arcadia. North Florida has a freeze warning in effect. That freeze warning will carry us through tomorrow morning, and that'll be the last we'll see of it for a while as we start to warm. We'll talk about that warm up coming up in just a few. Haley?
Thank you, John. Saul's NYC Deli in downtown Sarasota has announced on its Facebook page that it is closing its doors tomorrow at 3 p.m. But it's reportedly only temporary. The restaurant is packing up all of its belongings and moving to a new location. Saul's has not revealed where the deli is moving, but says the new location will allow the team to better serve the Suncoast community. Right now, the deli is located near the corner of Main Street and Lynx Avenue. And turning to politics, tonight's sanctions imposed on Russia by the Obama administration have begun to take effect. They are a retaliation for Russian interference or alleged interference in the U.S. election. The Kremlin is denying the accusations, and President-elect Donald Trump is also skeptical. ABC's Candice Gibson has the latest.
The Russians are hacking up and moving out, kicked out of compounds in New York and Maryland, allegedly involved in spying. The White House also ordered expulsion of 35 Russian operatives from the country, punishment for the Kremlin's alleged cyber meddling in the U.S. presidential campaign. They'll be starting the new year back home.
They have to leave within hours, and it's just not human.
Moscow had promised retaliation, but Friday, Russian President Vladimir Putin did an abrupt about-face and even turned the other cheek. Putin saying in a statement, "We will not create any problems for U.S. diplomats. We will not expel anyone." And then an invitation, Putin welcoming all children of the U.S. diplomats accredited in Russia to the New Year and Christmas children's show at the Kremlin. Experts say it's spy versus sly.
The goal of that message was not the Obama White House, it's the incoming administration and Mr. Trump.
And the president-elect seemed to accept the olive branch, tweeting, "Great move on delay. I always knew he's very smart." That praise drawing fire from the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, who said Putin is smart, knows he can get much of what he wants from Donald Trump through little more than flattery. Donald Trump has yet to say whether he'll keep the U.S. sanctions in place. He'll become the 45th president in 3 weeks. Candice Gibson, ABC News, New York.
The UN Security Council will vote tomorrow on a resolution to endorse the Syrian ceasefire. Russia and Turkey helped broker the agreement on Thursday. The UN resolution would provide immediate humanitarian aid throughout war-ravaged Syria. It would also outline the process of creating a transitional government for the country. Syria's civil war is in its 6th year. 6 people remain missing tonight after a plane went missing outside of Cleveland. Now the Coast Guard is suspending its search. 3 adults and 3 children were on that plane as it flew over Lake Erie at 11 o'clock last night. When the plane dropped off radar, the Coast Guard mobilized an unsuccessful search effort. At the time the plane went missing, there was light snow and heavy winds. After 3 years of freedom, Michael Skakel, cousin of the late Robert Kennedy, is heading back to prison for a 1975 murder. Today, a divided Connecticut Supreme Court reinstated his conviction. In 2013, Skakel was awarded a new trial and was freed on bond after a judge determined his defense attorney was constitutionally deficient. But by a 4-3 vote, the higher court rejected that finding. Skakel has 20 days to petition the decision. Straight ahead, ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, ringing in the new year, we'll tell you where to go for celebrations across our area. And if you do have a little too much to drink, tomorrow night, AAA has you covered. We'll have the details of the Tow to Go program.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
What's up, America? I'm John Crow. It's Friday, December 30th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $96 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold mega ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 6. That's followed by 43. Up next we have 33. The next number is 39. Your final white ball for this Friday evening is 21, and your gold mega ball is 2. Play on, America.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new adventure. This week on Animal Outtakes, preserving and protecting our seabirds. Learn how you can help Plus, Kids and Critters goes down on the farm with a couple of pigs. And just wait until you meet our Dog of the Week.
Watch Animal Outtakes every week on ABC7.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a Taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbythebay.org.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Well, John, there's no doubt that we feel the chill now.
I had some hot chocolate tonight.
I know. Isn't it nice to be kind of wintry for a day?
Yeah, for a day.
For a day.
Exactly.
See, that's the catch. Then you get to usher it off. Yeah.
I'm done with it after tonight.
That's enough.
Totally done with it. You know, you have to watch out for your pets tonight.
Right.
You know, make sure they're in and comfortable and warm. And it's definitely going to be a cool one tonight. And temperatures in some inland locations are going to be in the 30s. You know, we're pretty close to dropping down into the 40s already with 51 at the airport. Look at that dew point, though. That's what I think is just astounding. I mean, earlier today we had a dew point of 17. That doesn't happen very often. Even in the wintertime when we get our lowest dew points, it doesn't happen very often to get a dew point in the teens. 51 degrees our air temperature, as I mentioned, under fairly clear skies out there. 49 rather in Mayaca City, 49 in Arcadia, Wauchula, Parrish, Bradenton, 51 Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch, 53 in Venice, 54 in Inglewood, 51 Northport, and 56 degrees Longboat Key. So we've had this stream of clouds that comes in from the Gulf waters and moves right across the state. It's caused by a little area of low pressure back to the west in the upper levels of the atmosphere in the jet stream. We have basically a zonal flow in the jet stream moving from west to east aloft. So there's really no large-scale low-pressure areas that are going to be a player in tonight's forecast. In fact, it's all about a high-pressure ridge that is building in across the state of Florida. As that builds in, we end up with clearer skies and lighter winds. And with that dry air in place, that is a recipe for cold temperatures. Now, that high-level cloudiness gives way to clearer skies overnight, and underneath those high-level winds going from west to east, there's a northerly flow at the surface. And that's drawing down some of this drier air. Wind speeds are beginning to lighten up even as we speak, and winds are starting their shift from north to east. which will take place tomorrow. Particularly, we'll have an easterly wind and probably even end up the day with more of a northeasterly wind. Dew point values are low in North Florida. 31 Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Orlando coming in at 30. 26 degrees in Sarasota, one of the lower dew point values. Then you go back down to the south, and that's where your dew point values are higher. There's a lot more moisture down here. And what we will see is that tomorrow, as our winds begin to shift and come in out of the south, it'll draw up some of that moisture. That'll keep our nighttime temperatures warmer. And tomorrow night, I think for the pineapple drop and other outdoor festivities celebrating the new year, the weather around here is going to be okay. We'll see temperatures that'll probably be in the low to mid 60s, which is just fine. Winds will be lighter, so it should be very pleasant tomorrow evening to be out and about. High pressure, as I said, moves out into the Atlantic, twists our winds and causes a warm front to lift north. That's the beginning of a warming trend that carries us right into the new year. The first week of the new year looks like it'll be warm, though some longer range computer models suggest another blast of frigid air coming our way in about 7 to 10 days, and some of that could actually be freeze material. We'll see how it actually plays out. A low pressure area back to the west develops, moves off to the north and to the east, and as it does so, it kind of approaches us on Sunday and picks up our wind speeds just a little bit, so boaters watch for that on Sunday. Tomorrow, though, should be fine. Cold night, warm up tomorrow. Nice New Year's Eve. Watch the warming trend take place where temperatures in the plains right now are running some 15 to 20 degrees above average. That warmth moves all through the deep south as we go through the week ahead, and I think we'll see some very, very nice temperatures across the state of Florida. For tomorrow, if you're going to be out and about in the bay and enjoying the fireworks out in the Gulf, we're looking at a northeast wind that subsides a little bit during the evening. We'll have a moderate chop with 2 to 3 foot seas, and the dinner time tide will probably be a low tide, and then after midnight a high tide. Also, the red tide along area waters, not bad at all. There are no reports of irritants in the air in our area beaches by Mote Marine observers. The warming trend starts in earnest on Sunday and carries us into the new year. Haley?
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
And away it goes, the ball that will drop in Times Square, completing its final test run before the big night. This afternoon, the ball ascended to its 130-foot pole, where it will remain until the countdown to midnight tomorrow. It's decorated with more than 32,000 LED lights and 2,600 crystals. Downtown Sarasota also preparing for its annual pineapple drop. It will once again take place at Lemon Avenue and Main Street. Festivities start tomorrow around 1 p.m. with a family carnival. The event is free and open to the public. Sarasota police are asking those who come out to leave their backpacks, coolers, and alcohol at home. And yes, the guy in the hat right there is Bob Harrigan. He will be there counting down once again tomorrow. And in downtown Sarasota, Marina Jack will also hold its 6th annual Fireworks on the Bay celebration. The restaurant opens at 11:15 a.m. and then the fireworks start at midnight. In Bradenton, a New Year's Eve street party will start around 5 p.m. on Old Main Street between Manatee and 3rd Avenues. There will be plenty of vendors and live music throughout the night. The event is free. And on Venice Beach, Sharky's on the Pier will be hosting a special party starting at 8 o'clock with live music and a fireworks show at midnight. If you end up needing a ride home this weekend, AAA has you covered. The annual Tow to Go program will be available again this year. It's open to anyone who had too much to drink and needs a ride home.
If you find yourself unexpectedly at a local watering hole, maybe you've had too many drinks to feel like you can safely drive home, call AAA. We'll take you and your vehicle and get you both home safely at absolutely no charge.
Over the past 2 decades, the program has kept more than 24,000 drunk drivers off the roads across the Southeast. The number to call is 1-855-2TOW-2GO, and you do not have to be a AAA member. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a look back at the year in sports, from the Olympics in Rio to a victory more than a century in the making. But first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Look at what we did tonight. I just feel like you're working too much. I feel like, you must hear that from your family.
Well, I have
right?
one less job. There's no idol.
That's true.
So I'm actually looking for something else.
Are you really looking for a job?
Yeah, I want to.
That is ridiculous.
It's true.
restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Now, sports.
Florida State University is taking on Michigan tonight in the Orange Bowl. FSU currently leads 27-15 with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry has raised more than $45,000 for the victims of the Oakland warehouse fire by auctioning off 2 pairs of sneakers. One pair worn against the New York Knicks were sold to an anonymous bidder for $30,000. Both shoes had the initials of all of the victims printed on them. The warehouse fire earlier this month killed 36 people. 2016 showed many Chicago Cubs fans what it's like to feel like a champion. But baseball wasn't the only sport to have a banner year. Steve Nannis has a look back in sports.
The Cubs win. For long-suffering Chicago fans, it was the party of the century. The Cubs beat Cleveland to win the World Series for the first time since 1908, finally ending the longest drought in baseball.
I'm just like weeping openly right now. I'm covered with tears and tears, and I just can't believe that this has happened.
But Cleveland celebrated in 2016 as well. When superstar LeBron James brought the NBA championship to his home state.
My one mission was to bring a championship back to Ohio, back to Cleveland, and back to Akron. And look up there, it's right there.
It was the first major sports title for the city since 1964. Peyton Manning went out on top. Considered one of the best quarterbacks of all time, number 18 retired after leading the Broncos to a Super Bowl win.
It's a unique thing and a neat thing to be a part of NFL history.
San Francisco 49er Colin Kaepernick became a national lightning rod for what he did on the sidelines, refusing to stand for the national anthem, saying he didn't want to, quote, show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color. And the Rams returned to the West Coast.
LA Rams! LA Rams!
And fans chose sides.
They never should have left. They belong to Los Angeles.
We've given them all we have, and if they don't want it, then move on.
Rio Olympics saw record highs and record lows. Swimmer Michael Phelps, already the most decorated Olympian of all time, pushed his career medal count to 28, 23 of them gold. Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt sailed through the 100, 200, and 4x100 relay for a third time at the Olympics. And teenage sensation Simone Biles won a stunning 4 gold medals in gymnastics, helping her team, known as the Final Five, take home a record-breaking 9 medals. But in a bizarre twist, American swimmer Ryan Lochte made headlines after he competed, claiming he and 3 other swimmers were robbed at gunpoint at a Rio gas station. Police say there was no robbery, though the swimmers were confronted after they vandalized a bathroom. Lochte later admitted to exaggerating the story and was charged with falsely reporting a crime.
That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
Holiday scratch-offs are here, and oh, they make great surprises. Imagine the joy they will bring. With over $126 million in prizes, use them for a wreath or a place card for your feast. Attach them, scratch them, and let the magic happen. Holiday scratch-offs. The Florida Lottery has them. Just imagine.
Sarasota, we're uncorking something special at Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room. Shop in a relaxed atmosphere with our wine specialists. You'll find 1,000 international wines, 200 under $20. National brand and boutique liquors at competitive pricing. Handcrafted beers. Stop by Michael's Wine Cellar and Tasting Room today and let us show you something exceptional.
Sarasota Institute of Lifetime Learning begins its 46th season on Monday, January 9th in Sarasota, Venice, and Lakewood Ranch. Meet Blair Tyndall, author of Mozart in the Jungle on Monday, January 9th, and information and intelligence expert Terry Roberts on Tuesday, January 10th. 72 global issues lectures by renowned experts, 24 musical conversations with great performers. Tickets are on sale now. For more information and to purchase season tickets, visit SILLSarasota.org.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
Finally tonight, an amateur pilot went to great lengths to spell out a New Year's message. Ben Davis of Buckingham, England, went for a spin in his small plane to spell out Happy NY for New Year's on Flight Radar 24, a website that tracks flights all around the globe. Flying enthusiasts are also using this website to log their flights. The message spelled out can be seen on the map, as you can see here. by accompanying the flight details. The trip took 2 hours and 23 minutes and covered 215 miles, which is a lot if you're in a little plane.
Okay, that's novel. I have never seen that before.
Very creative, very cool.
Yeah, so that was the radar signature of the aircraft as it traveled from place to place, spelled out Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year.
That's cool.
Very cool.
So we have some pretty nice weather shaping up for us tomorrow, I think, for the pineapple drop. I think we're looking at probably a temperature of around 65. That's not bad compared to tonight when we'll see temperatures in the low 40s nearer the coast and upper 30s in inland areas. And then tomorrow, I think the daytime high will top out at a comfortable 74.
And like you mentioned, you'll be if you're at the pineapple drop, you're going to be packed in with all those people, so it'll feel even
warmer.
It'll
actually be 110.
Right. Happy New Year, everyone. See you Monday.